You guys, finally part of Team Pixel, and look at what just came in. Good day, you beautiful people. Welcome to LAZADA's Tech, where we do tech in your life in style. In today's video, we have a Pixel in the house. Now, the last time I was on a Pixel was a while back. I was still working at a tech publication and I held on to the Google Pixel. I've told you guys the story a couple of times, but Pixels hold a special place in my heart because it was a Pixel, actually, the Google Pixel 2, that converted me fully to Android use. I mean, at that point in time, the Pixel 2 cameras were just so good that I just needed to have the phone on me 24/7. That was a 2, and this is a 5 now, 5A, with the 6 coming in the next few months, probably. But before we get into all of that, let's unbox. Really excited for this unboxing. We have the Pixel 5A 5G. Yes, friends, I am part of Team Pixel now, so expect even more Pixel stuff on the channel. Yes! Back of the box, it tells us that we have the 128 gig version in mostly black. Ooh, look at that. Look at the texture on this. I like how when you open the box, they basically just went, here's the phone. So let's look at that a little bit later. First, let's see what else is in the box. Some instructions on how to put your SIM in. That's a really cute SIM eject tool. Paperwork. I gotta say, I've reviewed Pixels before, but this is actually the first time I'm unboxing one, so it's quite a special experience for me. There's a power brick, props. There's also this adapter, pretty interesting, that is a USB to USB-C, and of course your power cord. There is nothing else in the box. Onto the phone. So this is a very dark black, but it's not too black, it's almost green. So that's sort of a rubberized back. Google Pixel logo down there, fingerprint scanner on the back. Ladies and gents, we also have an audio port. That's an almost non-existent hump on the back. This is a 2-cam setup after all. We have a power button, volume rockers, charging port at the bottom, and of course, your SIM tray. Let's power it up and set it up, and in the meantime, let me show you some glorious shots with this phone's specs. So how is the Google Pixel 5A different from the Google Pixel 4A 5G? After all, they really look the same, and when they launched, both were priced at $499. Well, 3 things. First, the Pixel 5A now has a metal unibody. Second, this has an IP67 rating. And lastly, this has a bigger 4,620 milliamp hour battery. Now, to me, it's looking more and more like the Google 5A is positioned to replace what the Google 4A 5G is giving to the market right now. Although the 4A 5Gs are still on sale at the same $500 price tag, we checked and most Google stores have sold out. So I guess you're looking at more or less that phone's replacement. I mean, end of day, if you're looking at the Pixel 4A 5G anyway, you might as well get this newer version at the same price. Or if you want something more, there's always the Pixel 5, or in a few months, the Pixel 6. Probably. Okay folks, camera tour time, and that was a fingerprint scanner on the back. On to camera, we have wide, 1x, 2x, up until 7x. And you have adjustments here. That's brightness. What's this? Oh no, this is brightness, and this is shadows. Swipe down and you have other options. You have more light, motion photos, timer, and then your images ratio. You can go into settings and you have a whole host of other things here. Social share allows you to quickly share photos right from the camera. So it's basically a shortcut to certain apps that allows you to take the photo and share from the camera app itself. You have frequent faces. When you take motion photos or touch and hold for a top shot, frequent faces recommends shots that prioritize the people you photograph most. Okay, That's cute. There's also camera photo resolution, so you can do full resolution or medium resolution. At the end here, you also have a toggle for video stabilization, which is already on. It also says here that this will result in a zoomed in view. Onto the side is video, and you have wide 1x, 2x, up until 3x. And here you can lock brightness. You have slow motion on the left side of that. You can do 1x, 2x, up until 3x as well. Different settings as well. So you have 1/8x, you have 1/4x, and yeah, that seems to be it. On the right, you have a time-lapse mode, so you have 1x to 120x. And then you have your steady mode, so you have standard, it says for light movement, locked for far away still shots. Ooh, that could be useful. Active for heavy movement, and cinematic pan for smooth panning shots, as it says so there. And then swiping down gives you some options. Flash, you have resolution, you can shoot in 4K, and you can shoot either 30 or 60 frames per second. Can you do 40, 60? Yes. On the right, you have different modes. So you have panorama, photosphere, and Google Lens. Photosphere is really cute. So it's pretty cool. It basically lets you shoot sort of 360 photos. I didn't do the whole thing, but you get the idea. Now on to the other side, we have portrait photo, and you have 1x, 1.3x. Can you zoom? Yes, to 4.7. Swipe down and you can see in night sight, so that's on automatic. You also have face retouching, that's Google's version of a beauty mode. You can turn it off, you can do subtle, or you can do smooth. You also have timer and image ratio settings. On the other side is night sight, and that has wide 1x, 2x, up until 7x. And then swipe down, and that gives you astrophotography. You have auto settings, and what's this? Off or auto settings, timer. You have focus modes and your ratio. Onto the selfie. So this is night sight selfie, and you have 1x, 1.4x. It gives you that prompt to try portrait mode, and can you zoom? Yes, up until 4x. Swipe down and you have selfie illumination settings. So it's basically a fill light, sort of, so that you have light on your face when you take your selfies, because this is night sight, so it's assuming that you're shooting in a dark place. You have the same settings for face retouching, timer, and ratio. Then you have portrait mode, which gives you 1.2x, 1x, 4x, and swipe down, you have the same settings. Camera mode up next, and you can do 1x, 1.4x, up until 4x. Swipe down, you have the same settings, and also an option for motion photos, timer, and your ratio. And then your video mode gives you 1x, 1.4x, 4x. You have a selfie time-lapse also. And then swipe down, you have selfie illumination. And then back to modes, which we've already seen. So now it's time for some sample shots. That's it for today's video, you guys. Of course, it's just my first look at the Google Pixel 5a. Let me know what things you're curious about with this phone. Comment down below. If you want to see a camera vlog test or a social media test, let me know as well. If you want to see how I use my tech on a daily basis, find me online. That's LAZADA_ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Until next time.